for the big game, we had to invite Johnny Olden back to this thing so we can talk a little bit of, so I can talk a little bit of mess, but y'all can, cheer on that whatever blue color grossness over there. Anyway, all year I've been trying to plant this little small tiny seed that y'all really, with the exception of obviously Michigan State, Penn State hasn't really shaped out this year. Y'all really haven't played a team to the caliber of number 2. You know what I'm saying? Y'all haven't really played a team of this caliber. So I'm wondering what you could possibly say about possibly winning in this game. I'm just wondering. That's every year. It is.
Every year we haven't played a team of your caliber until we play.
That's a fact. We're one of a kind. You're absolutely right.
Okay. All right.
Except like when we played Bama that one year. Besides that,
I forgot about that game.
That was bad with Julio in the field.
Mm-hmm. That was terrible.
Yeah, so that's every year. It's Georgia. Georgia's up there now. Georgia, Bama, and y'all and Clemson normally. It's only a few teams built like that. So.
Mm-hmm. If I am to say anything about you guys, clearly good running game, a decent passing attack, and the defense is probably what I'm most scared of because it's probably one of the toughest defenses we've seen all year. But, it's a high-powered offense over here, so I don't know if I'm super worried. We've seen what we've done to Michigan State. So that's all I got to say.
Can I go?
Yes,
absolutely. I thought you was gonna fight him on that competition a little bit because on Penn State especially, y'all beat Penn State in the fourth quarter of that game, right? It was a 2-score game, but y'all pulled away from Penn State in the fourth quarter just like we did, right?
Okay.
And that was one of your better wins on this season, right? I don't think we thought Ohio State was defined as a bona fide contender until they went and beat Penn State. If I'm not mistaken, to that point, y'all had only lost to Oregon and struggled versus Tulsa.
At that point, yes, agreed. Because at that point, we haven't seen what they were capable of. And now, especially after last week, that's clearly our best win.
Fine. Yeah, I'll give you Michigan State. It is what it is. Well, Mel Tucker gave it to y'all, not me.
I don't know what's going on in his head, but anyway.
Even on the schedule front, right? Something that's happened this year with Michigan that hasn't happened in years past is when Harbaugh goes on the road and plays teams with like talent, it's usually a loss for us. Everybody says it. Everybody talks about it. 10 losses versus ranked teams on the road. All of a sudden, Harbaugh wins 3 of those games. I know Nebraska wasn't necessarily ranked, but seeing how they play all of these other ranked teams, I think it kind of behooves us to judge them in that light, right? So Wisconsin, Nebraska, Penn State, all times where Michigan goes, potentially loses a little bit of the momentum in the second half and is able to regain it and has the resolve to close the game. We've never seen that in years past from Michigan. And it's beginning to become a repeated theme for his team this year. So that's just the one note I'll throw out there about the strength of schedule. In terms of us getting to you on defense, to me, that's our end, right? That'll be the tell of whether or not we compete in this game. I think we got the 2 best edge rushers in the conference, maybe even the country. The best tandem, I'm pretty sure. We don't let them get up 21-0 in the first quarter. We're in business because now get in this phone booth. Let's rock. You know what I mean? It's not the greatest show on turf. I'm acknowledging that it could go either way though, right? They could easily walk out into the big house and play 7-on-7. They could do that. They have the capability to do that. I am trusting and believing everything that has came out of them captains' mouths, Josh Ross, Aiden Hutchinson, all them guys, Hassan Haskins. I'm trusting that whatever it is that they've been doing from week 1 all the way to now has ingrained to them the importance of this being the best game that they've played all season. It has to be. We got to get it now. Ain't no next week. Ain't no we'll get it next year. There's no more tomorrow. It's got to happen now, today. on Saturday. Kickoff at noon, Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt. You got to bring it. Make plays. Just like you said, bro, playmakers make plays. These the games that we needed in.
For real.
These the games we needed in right now. I think we got the guys to run with. Because you know what? I was nervous, right? Y'all put up all them points. But I just keep thinking, man, like, good games don't negate prior behaviors because them things can rear their ugly heads in the worst moments. We both know that. You got a bad habit. When you get stressed out or getting some shit, that's when it pops out. I'm not going to forget about the second half of Nebraska. I'm not thinking about the second half at home versus Oregon. This team has weaknesses, and they have tendencies that can rear them towards losing. We have to push them there. You got to force them into it. You know what I mean? You have to be the driving force for that momentum shift.
I do agree that while, you know, I'm in my shit talking mode, there is something, and I've been saying this all season as well, that the whole run up the score for the first half and then coast in the second half is not something you're going to be able to do all season long. So there is something that's like, okay, if that doesn't work in this game, which it very well could not, then what? Like, what do you have at that next level that you're going to be able to bring out and be able to do against a team like Michigan or better teams like Georgia and Alabama when you see those teams in the playoffs? So I'm wondering if we're going to have to see that. That's the one thing I'm most concerned about. Well,
I guess my biggest concern is really OSU is good in the run and the pass. That's what's been keeping me up. I've been thinking about this game and how to slow these dudes down for like months, bro. Like I really been, because I'm a defensive minded dude. Like I play defense, so I just like you playing Madden. They run into play. It's a defensive scheme to slow it down. You just got to find it and you got to learn how to execute it. Like, but with the fact that Ryan Day gets pass happy. He gets pass happy, right? So with him getting pass happy, sometimes that can lead y'all into bad situations. But playing us, it's like he could come out and try to really establish the run and just say, okay, I'm gonna change up my scheme a little bit and just focus more on actually calling the game how it should be called. Not just, I'm just going to put it on CJ Stroud when I got Henderson back there and he can tote it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my real conundrum with this game is like, y'all are good at running and passing with a good offensive line. So it's like, okay, if we do, and we should, I'm going to say this, we should keep two safeties back the whole game just to make sure you don't get those easy bombs and all that stuff. But when we do that, what are we going to give up in the running game? And my worry is that it might be a 10-yard gain, but somebody doesn't come up and make the tackle or takes a bad angle. And then, okay, we tried to stop the pass, and now this dude is running 70 off a handoff. So that's my worry is you're so explosive in two phase in the run and the pass. It's got me like, okay, how can we slow this down? And my hope is that he just gets pass happy and forgets about Henderson like he does sometimes, and just start. I'm just gonna pass. Like I forget I got this dude that's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just I hate these dudes, man.
Now you right, and I think it's the interesting thing about what you said about playing the game the right way, right? Like Ohio State, because the talent that they have, is able to win not playing by the rules of the game. So if you're Michigan, can you use what you do best, which is the running game, defense, pass rush, getting pressure on the quarterback? Can you use that to kind of equalize things, make them play it the way that it's supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? You're right. He gets pass happy, and then if it's not clicking early, that's when he start going for it on fourth down all the time too. Right? It's like he he has a way of forcing the momentum. He doesn't leave it up to chance. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't leave it up to, he's not a feel the flow type of guy. He's a press the issue.
Yeah,
if I had to look at these two coaches and describe them as basketball players, Ryan Day's Westbrook, Harbaugh is Jason Kidd, right? It's not flashy, you know what I'm saying? It's not high flying basketball, shooting threes, dunking, but it's efficient, right? So who wins? What wins? Is it going to be the 2000 Rams, or is it going to be the Steel Curtain Steelers?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who's going to win out? If they can force him to play the game the way it's supposed to be played, field position, time of possession, running the ball, I think that's a game that favors us. It's just it's a hard task to try and leverage that. You know what I mean? Do we have enough to leverage them into that situation? I think the biggest thing, man, is surviving that early barrage. He has not forgotten that he said he wanted to put 100 points on Michigan. Man, he would love to do it in Michigan too. So I understand the stress that comes with that, but there's opportunity in that as well. When somebody doesn't respect you, which Ryan Day can say all he won't, but as long as Jim Harbaugh is coaching at Michigan, he don't respect nothing that's going on over there, right? I think that's clear enough. When somebody don't respect you, there's an advantage in that. They don't look at you as an equal opponent. So in his head, when he's calling plays to dominate. If you can survive that, if you can get out of that first quarter and all of a sudden we looking up and we say, well, shit, Michigan up 10-7. All right, halftime. Michigan make 24-21. That's not a game that they're accustomed to putting distance in, right? They're accustomed to having 2 or 3 scores of cushion so that they can run the offense the way that they want to. Put them in uncomfortable down in distances, uncomfortable point differentials. Keep this game close so that we can get into the fourth quarter and see who the better man is.
Can I note that if you're comparing Ryan Day to Westbrook, we saw the way Westbrook was squaring up on that court the other day. So, it's always nice to have a coach that can square up with the best of them.
Westbrook ain't want no smoke like always. Like always. He didn't want no smoke.
I done seen these dudes at work. They'll put up their best game against us. What worries me on our offense is if the defense actually is getting y'all to punt or turn it over on downs, we have to be steady. Like, our offense needs to click, like, from the beginning, from the jump, and basically, I want to say all game pretty much, because it's going to come a time where y'all bust off some points, and who knows how many that could be when it does start happening.
Right.
So with us being able to get those punts and stuff, like, the offense has to get 7.
They have shown that if they face a good offensive line with a hard runner, somebody in the back that runs with purpose, that's something that they kind of falter on. I'm not saying we're going to go out here and get 300 yards like Washington. That's a dream. And if that happens, college football playoffs, here we come. But that's not likely, right? I don't even think we'll get to 200, 250, nothing like that.
We're going to need at least 150 to win.
150. That's what I'm saying. We get 150. Okay, give us another 250. One thing I have been seeing from them, though, over at least the last 2 weeks, maybe starting at the Penn State game, is they're trying to run a lot of RPO. I think a lot of them passes where Cade is trying to sidearm it in between the guards, right? Those are RPO plays. So he's late in his progressions when he finally get it up, right? He's pulling the ball out of the halfback stomach where he's usually used to dropping back and going through his progressions. It's that half step that he hasn't been doing all season. Maybe if y'all was running RPO in September, it'd be a little bit more natural. So now he's trying to speed up his progression. And instead of going over his head like he does going downfield, he's trying to sling it in there. He's trying to dart it. So I know you hate that shit. I'm not confident about the sidearm either. So I'm hoping they've been drilling that, in this week of practice, because they're going to need that, especially in the red zone. run the hell out of RPO in the end zone, because we're going to need some sort of variation of something, because that's the thing to me, is getting touchdowns when we get in there.
Hopefully we can get on Stroud, because he's got a little shook in him. He'll get shook, bro.
If you can get to him,
he'll get
if
shook.
you can rattle his cage, we in business.
Yeah,
we in business.
He'll get shook. You right about that. You speaking facts, because I know you don't want to. You know it. It's our
way in. Here's a good question.
He's absolutely looked shook against Minnesota, against even sometimes in Oregon, even though he was having a good game. He looked kind of shook at times, but now that I look at it, in hindsight, it kind of just looked like inexperience for the most part. Like I said, not all the time, because we did kind of see it a little bit against Nebraska, but I mean, for the most part, I think I was just a little bit of inexperience. But we'll see. We'll see what you guys can bring.
What is your number one concern with what Michigan brings, Josh, and what Ohio State maybe not do so well in the game? What are your two concerns on both sides?
He's not concerned about nothing.
Nothing.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Like I said before, I think you guys' defense is probably going to be one of the toughest that we've seen. And I've always been afraid of that whole, we're going to run up 42 points, 49 points in the first half, and then just kind of, wait the rest of the game. That's not going to be a thing against Michigan, I don't think. So my concern on that side of it is, I don't know what else Ryan Day has, because he really hasn't shown anything. He hasn't needed to show anything.
That's true.
So what else is there? We haven't seen Travion Henderson in a little while, so I have to assume he's somewhat involved in that. So I'm kind of excited about that, but we'll see. One thing I hate that people say, both teams have to play mistake-free football. That is like the biggest thing in this, because you've got college football implications or college playoff implications. You've got it's the rivalry. It's the biggest rivalry in sports. You've got eyes on you as college game day. Like, it can't be understated that both teams have to play mistake-free football. Especially Michigan. I'm going to throw that in there. But like, if they expect to win, they can't make any mistakes. Literally, no penalties.
Margin for error is tiny.
It's small. Yeah, because we don't have the big play machine. So you can wipe out your mistakes in one or two passes or one run.
Potentially.
We need a drive to negate our mistakes, and that takes time. That it takes an actual possession, not just a play for us.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But like he said, I am not that worried after what I just saw last week. This is probably the most confident I've been all season. I will throw that out there.
That was probably best. I want to say that was best case scenario for us, because if y'all would have lost, y'all have walked into the big house like y'all swallowed a firecracker, like somebody stole y'all lunch money and ran back to the big house with it. Like y'all would have been all kinds of motivated, and for what it feels like they thought that they were sending a message to us by doing Michigan State the way that they did them so handily. Yeah. Even the second half part of it, where they may or may have not taken their foot off the gas completely, and gave Michigan State a mercy. Like, even that much is sending a message like, we could really do to this team, but we not gonna do it. We just wanted y'all to know what it is and what we about to do. So that I hear you. I see you. I'm not going nowhere though. We still
That's
here. You gotta bring that show on the road. You gotta bring 1,000%.
So you were absolutely right in feeling that way. Like, everything you just said is 1,000% true. That doesn't negate the fact that I'm extremely confident going into Michigan and dominating the way we need to. At the end of the day, like I said, there's college playoff implications here, and it's Michigan, bro. We gotta beat up on little brother. Like the stakes are high because it's Michigan.
Did this man just call us little brother?
You know, good and damn well y'all are little.
We not related. We're not related.
Not in your family.
Okay. All right.
Your daddy, not my daddy.
Fair enough.
We're not related.
We in the Big Ten family? No. Okay.
No.
All right, bet.
No, not this weekend. Not this weekend.
Bet. Okay.
You know what? I was gonna be cordial about this because I don't want to put no bad juju out into the air. I don't want to put the bad energy out there so that my team could reap what I sowed. But I don't know who you're talking to, bro. I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are definite weaknesses of this Ohio State team that are ripe to be exploited. You just need to be the right team to do it. You just need to be the right team to do it. And we're not about to Steve Dace this situation. I know what the playing field is, right? I watched all of the Michigan games as a fan. So know that when they put up 63 points, I felt that. When they put up 56 points or 59 points, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to let them make me. They're not going to take my fandom away. So here we go, 2021, number 6 versus number 2, or number 5 versus number 2 now. Come on up here to the big house, get this ass whooping so that we can finally get to the college football playoff and the Big Ten championship like we should have been in 2016.
Hey, man, look, I appreciate a fan who's with all the smoke. It means you were all in for the team that you're dedicated to. I love that.
Facts.
Don't be ignorant. Don't act like Ohio State not about to kick your ass this Saturday.
Okay.
Don't even act like 12 o'clock. You're not about to be sitting there looking at your big screen shook as fuck. Because Ohio State's coming through and they're about to whoop that ass. Let's just be honest about it.
Okay. I mean, y'all got the dogs. Y'all got the horses. But let's not act like we don't have some over there too. And we got exactly what can mess up y'all whole game. Because if CJ Stroud is sitting in that pocket or even just trying to look downfield a little bit too long and thinking Aiden or Ojabo gave up, he done stepped up and thinking they gave up, you're gonna get strip sacked. You step up in the pocket, you try to run away, like he's coming. Like ain't no okay, I can get a second. No, he's on your head. And when he gets you, he gonna do that. He gonna be screaming, kicking his leg up. So just know that. And Ojabo right behind
we're gonna take
him.
them tackles to the woodshed. We're gonna whoop them tackles all day long. We're gonna beat them like they stole something.
You guys are both absolutely right. We got weaknesses. There's damn near not a team besides maybe Georgia that don't have a real weakness in college football right now. But y'all ain't scared me in 25 years. I'm not hearing none of that. We with the smoke. We ready to come up there and beat y'all. Let's just be honest about it. Okay. That's all I gotta say, man.
Pick up your phone on Saturday.
Oh, what? Okay. All right.
Pick up your phone on Saturday. You know what? I hope that Garrett Wilson, I hope that CJ Stroud, Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Henderson, I hope they have that same attitude. I hope they come in there talking about they about to put 100 on Michigan. Don't give us even an inch of respect. Don't come in there thinking that you about to have a fight or a competition. Please don't. Because what I know is that them boys on the other end, the ones that's gonna smack the banner when they come out there at 12 o'clock, they've been salivating for this game for 14 weeks. So go ahead, come in there with that 60-point energy if y'all want to. Come on.
We want all that.
Okay.
I hear it. I like it. Do y'all want to talk actual predictions about what's going to happen in this game? Maybe scores or
give me 35-28 Michigan.
Okay. Johnny, you want to get a score prediction? Maybe that's better than that one.
I really don't like doing scores, but I'll do one.
We're both terrible at it too, so
it's gonna have to. It's for us to win. It's gonna have to be around what he said though. 33-28. It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be something like that. If we getting in the high 30s, we probably gonna lose.
Okay.
Well, if
they score any more than about 30-35 points, you can chalk it up. Because
so
we're not built to score like that.
Yeah, we have to keep it around what Penn State and Penn State, Oregon, and Nebraska held them to like 26-33. It's got to be somewhere in there for us to win.
45-35. Go Bucks.
Y'all ain't getting that 40. Don't let them get that 40.
Yeah, no, they're not getting.
Not this
40.
time. Not this time.
Okay.
Not this
Okay.
team.
All right. I hear you. But I think it's gonna happen.
I just hate the cockiness of OSU fans. They so cocky. I can't stand y'all. They just so cocky. God,
We gotta be, man. If no other week, we gotta be cocky now.
ooh, I hate
Right?
these
No,
dudes.
be cocky. Be cocky. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
we come to back it up too.
Okay.
Come to back it
Sure.
up.
Yeah,
All right.
back it up.
Bet. Any other thoughts?
Back right on up into second place in the Big Ten East.
Okay. Any other reasonable thoughts?
Oh my
Look,
God. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get back because I'm gonna be in Cleveland watching the game. But I can't wait to get back to Columbus and run up and down the street screaming "Go Blue." I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna record it. We're gonna post it on the page because
It's
it's
gonna be a
gonna
weird thing to
happen.
do after a loss, but okay.
Nope,
Got
it's
it.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I
No, it's
believe
fair.
in it.
It can happen, but it's gonna look weird when you guys lost. But anyway,
Go Blue. Go Blue.
Yes,
go
sir.
Bucks. Good luck to y'all, man. It's not looking good for y'all. But Johnny, thank you once again for stopping by and talking mad stuff with us today.
Oh, no problem, y'all. It's anytime. Just let me know.